Hey, what is up guys? GuitarRock here, welcome back to another Stella Sora video. So let's talk about Fuyuka, because now that I pulled her, do a bunch of testing and hopefully, get into a bunch of more detailed stuff, I can finally make a video and talk about whether or not she's strong and in comparison in the team and stuff, because building characters in this game, it's not difficult, but it's just about when you're running the Ascension, that's going to be the difficult part, right? So I'm going to show you guys basically my best Ascension. I've been trying to do plenty of runs, as you guys can see right here. We got a Fuyuka one right here, we got plenty of Fuyuka one, but none of these are like that crazy or that good. But I finally managed to get one which I can basically feel proud of. Now this is going to be the attack speed Fuyuka. This is going to be for build 2 in particular. I do like this build generally, and so far I've been testing with this particular Ascension run. It's been working really great. Now as you guys are aware, if you are trying to make all of these Ascension runs, generally the important stuff is going to be on the disc, right? So I do have, as you can see right here, 3 main discs that are 5-star right now. So this is going to be the Voyage Blueprint, the One Shot, One Down, and of course this is going to be the exclusive Event Shop disc right now. Alright, that's going to be Fist of Courage. I do not own a Fuyuka specific disc. Now if you do have that, I think she's going to be even stronger, right? Because I do think that that disc is basically made for her in terms of the auto attack stuff. Alright, regardless, let's do the pulls. Let's do. So I just need to get 40. So ideally for me, because I got Shia last time at 120, so I should be able to get Fuyuka within the next 40. So let's see if this is it. This is not it. But what shall this be? Oh, okay, nice. I wanted more of Flora, right? Okay, so 110. Oh, Rainbow. Okay guys, is this it? Oh shoot, it says boss higher V. I think this is it. Okay, so we got her early. Now let's first talk about Fuyuka and her concept as a whole. How does she play generally, right? Now she's going to be an Ignis Vanguard character. If you're lacking in an Ignis Vanguard character, you definitely should consider getting her. But I think a lot of players right now are, everybody gets a free Ember. So if you already built your Ember, do you still need to get her? I will try to do a comparison later on. So that's going to be something that we can basically do. But her concept lies in basically doing a bunch of strings of damage. Right here you can see up to 5 strikes. And she casts fiery punches when ammo is available. Now this by nature is going to give her a little bit more extra multiplier, as you guys can see right there. Straight up to 3 times more damage, right? And Blitz combo and fiery punches deal 113% or increased damage of AoE Ignis damage to other targets behind the target hit by them. So she is able to convert all of her auto attacks to AoE. I thought that's going to be pretty cool. Now if you like using Ember, Ember is she's going to be strictly a single target character, whether you like it or not. And you know what? When you're fighting a single target, when you're fighting bosses, maybe they could be almost equal, or you won't see the damage increase as much. But when you're fighting a bunch of enemies on the map, that's where you are going to be able to see that, right? Now that's why I recommend if you are trying to prioritize in doing AoE for Ember, you have to go for the skill build, right? So that's going to be one thing to consider. Now her basically main skill right here, strikes a soaring dragon punch, do damage, slams the ground. As you can see, she's going to be able to reload the ammo, and she's going to have 3 rounds, right? Her main skill can also trigger Ignis Mark. This is going to be very important in an Ignis team. Now her support skill is going to be, I don't recommend using her as a support, right? But if you want to, I guess that's going to be the case. But in most cases, if you are pulling for Fuyuka, you generally want to use her for the Vanguard purposes or in the Vanguard role. Ultimate skill is going to be very interesting. So she is going to be able to fire in the straight line, alright? She is also going to then keep attacking nearby targets, as you can see, up to ×5. And then she's going to do an extra strong powerful attack at the end that's going to do the most damage, so that one you want to ideally try to connect that particular hit. Her ultimate can also trigger Ignis Mark, dealing attack as Ignis Mark damage to nearby enemies. Now her recommended build, at least in the recommended section, you can see there's 2 different ones, right? So one is going to be the main build 1, one is going to be the main build 2. Now her main build 1 basically relies on reload and double strike. This 2 is going to give you, as you can see, a much more punch to the damage. She is going to have the 9 ammo now on your magazine, so that means you are going to be able to do a little bit more. One more thing is you are going to do additional damage on your skill, right? And then for this particular one, your fiery punches again, that's going to be when you cast the ammo right here, right? So that is going to now do additional damage, as you can see, right? All of these are going to increase her damage throughout. Now the main build too, it is going to rely a little bit more on attack speed. So you can see right here, especially the multi-shot, this is where you notice, right? At the end, when her magazine is empty, she will have her attack speed increased by 50%, and she is going to be able to attack faster. So she's all about casting a skill and empty out her magazine as soon as she can. Alright, if you play on auto, this is quite good, right? She will also do paw print when she does auto attack damage to a paw print, alright, to a target. She does additional damage to that particular target. And this is going to make, I believe, the skill 2 or the build number 2 right here favors against bosses because of this particular skill, right? You are going to inflict a paw print on a specific target. When you use your skill, basically you mark them, and then that particular target is going to be able to receive more damage in general as a whole. Is the build 2 better than build 1? I feel like build 1 is going to be better, right? Generally, because where Fuyuka shines, in my opinion, is going to be against plenty of enemies on the map, right? I think that's going to be where she shines the most. I feel like against a single boss, she can still be used for sure, but in general, that's where the build 2 comes in. Now, one thing to note is for Fuyuka, both of her builds seems to cater towards auto attack, right? So compared to a lot of other characters where maybe they have one auto attack build and maybe they have one skill build, right? Compared to, you know, if we look at maybe Shia or Chitose, that seems to be the case throughout. Now, all in all, I don't think you can go wrong with either one of the build, but I do think that, you know, because this is how it is with the runs, right? It's like RNG. Anyways, I managed to get the build 2 one, but the one that you want to keep in mind to always obtain, finishing blow, in my opinion, is quite good. It's going to increase your damage against targets with less than 70% HP by 21%. I think this is like insane, incredible value, right? It's going to make her do a lot of damage. Now, let's talk about a few other things that you want to look out for in terms of her abilities, right? Building Fuyuka, in my opinion, ideally, especially in the team right now, in Ignis team, you want to try to focus on crit rate and crit damage and try to see if you can do as much damage as you can with her burst, right? Ideally, that's going to be the concept, especially with Flora in the team. You need to keep in mind, Flora is a character that buffs crit rate and crit damage, and if you have Chisia as well, that's going to help you a ton, right? So you can see right here, I managed to get the Thunder Punch, alright, this is going to be level 6. Managed to get the Blast Pursuit level 6 as well, very very cool. And the Finishing Blow level 6, so you are going to do 85% more damage if the enemy is at 70% HP and less. Now, one thing that you want to consider getting more of is this particular one, the Thrilling Counter Attack. I think it fits her team really really well. If you put her in a team with Ignis trackers only, you know you're gonna get attack increase, so this is pretty much a passive that's consistent. Now, what about Flora, right? If you guys are not aware already, I prefer this particular one where she can summons more Mind Flare Butterflies, and this is going to give you more crit damage. I generally do prefer that. Alongside with Spark of the Ashes, this is going to do a little bit of stuff, right? Now, of course, you also want to try to boost as much of your main tracker's attack as possible. This one, try to look out for this particular one as well, the Reinforced Impression. This is going to increase your tracker's main crit rate by 3.2%. Managed to get this up to level 6. Now, this particular one is actually not bad for this team, right? Especially for Fuyuka, keep in mind that she's much more of a melee character, so giving a Flora backstage support, that means you are going to be able to restore your HP once in a while. Now, this triggers every 6 seconds, but having that sustain for Fuyuka seems to be quite beneficial since she doesn't have the range and she has to always go close to the enemy. I do think that this is going to help her a ton. Now, the visual impact, this one is quite good as well. Again, this is ideally why you want to build crit rate and crit damage, because when every time she crits, you are going to increase your attack by 42% for 3 seconds. And depending on how much crit rate you have, this could be a permanent uptime throughout in the battle, right? Something that's very, very beneficial as well. Now, again, the crowd effect, you know, that's going to be the last one that ideally this is going to give you more boost to the main tracker. So anything that can boost Fuyuka's damage from Flora's perks right here is going to be beneficial. Now, Chisia can do something similar alongside with that as well, right? You can see I went with a dragon build right here, but this particular one, right? So a Chisia's minions deal damage, increase friendly units attack near the target by 60%. So this is again very, very good. If you can stay near Chisia's, what is that? The summons right there, you are going to get a big boost usually. This one also is going to be so good, right? If you can get up to level 6 of this, all Ignis trackers damage increased by 60%. That is just massive. Alright, that's something that you don't want to miss out on. There's also more crit rate boost by Chixia right here, alright? Minions increase the crit rate of nearby friendly units by 2.1% up to 6 times. So with all of this, you are going to stack up a bunch of crit rate. So if you want to, you can just straight up build her with crit damage, right? And last but not least, this particular one, increase the minions damage dealt. This one is less important. But Flora and Chixia, as you can see, they have plenty of potential to be able to boost your Fuyuka's damage by a ton. Now, if you don't have Chixia, you can maybe get away with Casimira, or I'm not sure if Amber is that good of a support. I've tried her before. She's alright, but I do think that Flora is going to be the one that you ideally want in this particular team, right? Now, let's get to the most important question of all. Is Fuyuka an upgrade to Amber? Yes. Alright, so as you can see, I've done plenty of runs. Again, it's going to be difficult to compare both, usually like both runs and stuff, because both will have their different ascension, setup, preset, whatsoever, but in the same team. Alright, so my Fuyuka with Flora and Chixia, ideally it's going to do 30 to 40% more. Alright. Maybe like close to 40 to 50% more in general, right? So against the boss blitz that we have currently, I've done multiple tests, as you can see right here, based upon the final score for the Fuyuka's one versus the Amber's one. So obviously, you know, it's hard to compare characters generally because both have different builds, different presets in the Ascension runs. So this is the best I could do, but I do think that Fuyuka has a lot of potential. Now also, to give you guys a comparison right now, my Fuyuka is doing about 10% less damage than my Chitose. That is a pretty comparable damage. Chitose is definitely going to be able to do quite a lot, right? But Fuyuka seems to be doing 10% less. Now, why am I doing 10% less? That's because my Chitose, I have her exclusive disc, while my Fuyuka do not. And this is going to be, I can show you guys in terms of the emblems. Maybe you guys want to like look at it. I have a level 90 my Chitose, so I think it's a fair comparison. This is what I have on her, the first one, the first emblem. This is what I have on the Chitose's other emblem. I do have auto attack right there. Auto attack build Chitose versus Fuyuka, very very close, right? So I feel like if I'm able to get Fuyuka's disc, alright, I probably could consider getting that. I'm still thinking if I want it, because right now I already have 3 5-star for Ignis disc, right? Generally, I don't think you'll regret it, right? So she does feel as strong as Chitose. So if you are looking for like an Ignis standard Vanguard character, I think Fuyuka is the one to look out for. Now again, this is upon my day 1 review, right? Take all of this with a grain of salt, because the character just came out for one day. There could be more things that could be discovered later on, but right now, she feels like a really, really solid character, alright? Also, I want to show you guys my, I haven't upped her skills that much, level 6, and level 5 on the ultimate. So my Chitose was level 6, level... Oh yeah, it's exactly the same skill, right? So in that particular case, they are both pretty similar. But yeah, take it with a grain of salt, because at the end of the day, when you compare 2 different characters, you're also comparing 2 different teams, right? It's not as easy as... Because Chitose is pairing with Teresa and Iris, while Fuyuka is pairing with Chixia and Flora. So a little bit of a difference in terms of like the stuff right there, right? So yeah, that's gonna be it for this particular video. Let me know what you guys think of Fuyuka. If you guys did pull for her, if you guys obtained her, and if you guys did test her out, what do you guys think of her? I think she's a solid character moving forward, but if you guys are worried, you can wait a little bit for who the next one is going to be before you decide to pull on her. With that being said, that's gonna be it for this video. Subscribe, give this video a like if you guys enjoyed it. I'll see you guys in the next one. Have a nice day. Goodbye.